Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm well, Daisy. How are you?
I'm amazing. Good to see you.
It's my pleasure.
Um, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try like 1 or 2 more minutes because we had about 30 people signed up. So check
Okay.
what people are. Okay, well, we're going to get started, ladies. I'm going to tell you what I have up my sleeve, and as other people come in, they can kind of join in with us. Since I know both of you, I'm really going to talk about, and Chris, you're familiar with a lot of this, the Legacy Wealth Blueprint. I am having such an amazing time with this new community that I have, and I'm just dying to tell more federal women about it and what we're doing in here and how they can be a part of it. So I'm really just gonna dive deep into what it is, what it means, and how federal women can like turn their expertise into income and then go on and turn it into ownership and then into generational wealth. So I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to tell you guys a little bit more about it. So tonight, it really isn't just another webinar, and it's not really just about making extra money. It's not like totally focused on a business conversation. It's really talking about how we get clarity on how you know exactly how to turn your experience into income. How do you do that? And then what's the strategy that you move on then to turn salary or your business or whatever into ownership? And then how do you lead with your like your next move in your next 90 days? And this is something I haven't even talked to my group about it, but I'm so excited about this playbook thing that I'm able to do with AI and how it can change the game. So we're really going to get into this conversation about that. So again, I know both of you know me, but a little bit about what I've been up to. So I have at first I wasn't telling a lot of people about my experience with real estate. I had been on some podcasts, as you can see, and then my coach challenged me to just go on and make this do this real estate brunch. And so that's what I did, is went on and I did this real estate brunch. And from that brunch, I had a lot of questions for women who were asking, hey, what's next? How do we stay in a room like this? And I had looked at what I had done already. So I had, grew my portfolio to $1 million in real estate. And I really wasn't even processing that. I had worked with this hotel owner, and I had became a limited partner in the hotel as well. And then I had went on and just formed all these beautiful relationships with individuals in the real estate world, by being in a mastermind, etc. And so I really wanted to have security beyond my federal salary, beyond my pension, beyond my veterans benefits. I wanted to have like ownership beyond anything that was with the government. And that is what kind of shifted the change for me. But I really wasn't telling people about it. I was only focusing on how to create a business. And so, of course, I had worked through all of this. I had figured out a way to do it. And I really wanted to eventually share this with others. And I will tell you, this brunch shifted that for me, that I would come back and share this with others. Um, and so that's a little bit about me. And so most federal women, I think, don't know that they're sitting on like these $1 million skills. Some of them know it. Some of you guys are intimately aware of it. But the problem is not really their capacity. They know they have this. They know what it takes. They know they got the career to prove it. They know they've done all the things, but sometimes have a problem with what I call translation, like translating it into income, ownership, and wealth. And as you guys know, like when you leave, if you were in the military, you go through this transition program, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, even though I was a transition manager. um, but it is how well you work with someone and how well they can translate that into the next thing, whether they really succeed with it. Because when you leave the federal government, you have like this vast amount of experience that you don't even really know that you have. You don't even know um, that you can translate it into so many things. And so I have found that that's the biggest problem. Other than translating our identity into this new person, becoming your own brand, the second biggest thing is, how do I translate those, my capacity? And so I found, after all the work that I've done, that there are three stages that you do this, that work. And I have taken women through these stages. I have women in my community now that are going through these different stages. And it's just amazing to see, hey, something that works, that's repeatable, that women can actually go through to actually get to the freedom that they want. So I always start with translating your experience into income, because sometimes I think we leave that on the table. And you don't have to always have this full blown business to do that. You can, but I teach lifestyle businesses because we don't need another job. So a lot of the things that you can translate that to is consulting, coaching, training, facilitation, advising, speaking, just all the different things. There are many ways you can translate that into contract, selling back to the government. There are so many ways that you can translate that into additional income than what you may already have from all the sources that you already have. Could be TSP, could be pension, could be VA, could be other things you've already invested into. And then really the key is sort of packaging that into something that people will pay for. So I always call that your first step. And that is where I work a lot with people in their business. How to launch that business, create that business, grow that business. So they can take that additional income and translate it into what I call step two, ownership. So, how do you take now? I have all of this. How do I now take this in something and turn it into ownership? So, there are many ways you can do this. You can do it with real estate, you can do it with private lending, you can do it with buying a business, you can do it with partnerships, you can do it lots of different ways. But I always say my drug of choice when it comes to translating into ownership is real estate. And that's where I realized that, hey, you can take what you already have, turn it into income, and then that into purchasing real estate in many, many ways. But a lot of people sort of stop right there, even though they want to leave a legacy. And that's what I call step three, building that legacy through those assets. And so, how do you do that? You do that through cash flow, insurance, equity, REITs, options, time freedom, family legacy. You do all of that by creating the freedom structure and framework into the legacy that you want to leave. And so I believe this three-step pathway is the pathway to your freedom. And there are many different ways that you can actually get to and through these three steps to actually get to the wealth that you want. And so, like I said, you can take what you know, turn it into income, and that's likely a business that you're going to do. But you also can take, for those who don't want to do a business, you can decide, hey, will that be through my TSP, my pension, my whatever? And then you turn that into ownership and you sort of pick your path. And for me, like I was telling you earlier, it has been real estate. And then you turn those assets actually into the legacy that you want to build from there. So I want you guys to drop into the chat, if you will, what is the one thing that out of these three steps that you feel like you want to do right now? What is the one thing out of these three steps you feel like you want to do right now? You want to work on turning your experience into income. You want to work on turning your income into ownership, or you want to work on building legacy through your assets.
Daisy, I want to actually turn my income, uh, turn income into ownership in the area of training. Because right now I'm working on a training for um, early childhood, elementary caregivers and teachers. And my focus is the emergence of reading, how reading is fun, reading is critical. You start uh, learning how to read from the time that they are actually born through reading of stories, through singing of songs, through. So I'm preparing a training right now that, if the Lord says so, it will take place in the month of July. I don't know how to um, put a cost on it or anything like that, so I'll have to work on that.
I think that's amazing, Chris, and that's something honestly we can work on. I'll be happy to work with you on that.
Okay.
And of course we have some sessions that we can still use for you and I to work on that to
Yeah.
develop that out. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love it. And Dr. Mary, you said turn your income into ownership. And what specifically are you interested in ownership? Are you interested in buying a business and real estate and or What are you specifically interested in? De'Ara, I see you're ready to turn your build your legacy through your assets, and Connie, build legacy through assets. So that's absolutely amazing, amazing stuff that you guys are interested in doing. And I think when you have all three of these in place, it actually makes a lot of sense of what you actually want to do. Okay, so you're looking at commercial real estate. I love that. Love that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So good. So when we talk a little bit more about the wealth circle, Dr. Mary, that may be of interest to you. Okay. So, what we don't need more of, even though it's wonderful to have, and I know Dr. Mary, you just did some of this and it's such a great thing, but I also want people at the same time when they are getting more degrees that they also get more money. And when that they don't just use their pension as their retirement plan because it's too risky. And then just trying to use your business alone as your retirement plan is risky as well. Because at some point you want to stop working. You don't want to do that anymore. And some people believe that starting over is what is required. And that's not the case either. Remember, I just talked about we have all of this experience that we've come through that you definitely do not need to start over. You need to start where you are. So what does wealth builders know that sometimes we don't get the opportunity to know, or we don't go far enough um, into the arena to really understand, is that your experience is the capital. Like you are the niche. You are it. You are the brand. You're the benefit. And your pension is the foundation, not the ceiling. When we used our parents, probably the pension was it. Now it's sort of that's your foundation. And a lot of companies don't even give a pension anymore. So those of us who have a pension, we're actually lucky to actually have a pension because most companies don't even give a pension anymore. And so, but your pension is your foundation, not your ceiling. And strategy helps replaces fear. When we have a fear of something, a fear about how do I actually invest in real estate? How do I actually get started in real estate? How do I actually make all of this happen? Strategy actually replaces that fear. And so the biggest thing we have to do is translate so we don't start over. You already know how to work. The question is, does your money know how to work for you? And I always like what Myron Golden said. He always talked about money babies. Like your money is having babies. Your money is making babies, having babies. That's what, even when you're asleep, right, Chris?
That's right. That's what he says. That's right.
So your money should be making money babies all the time. So we
Mhm.
don't have to wait. We don't have to be an expert. We don't have to be geniuses in real estate to learn how to acquire assets that we need to take our life to the next level. So if you don't believe it, I want you to believe it. That's why I'm going to give you some examples of what you have already built in the government has market value right now. Thing that you talked about a lot, leadership and training, Chris. Yes.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not just leadership, it's managing teams, it's learning how to do complex systems, it's learning how to take people through those processes of that. And we might say, oh, I just ran a budget of $3 million. Most people never run a budget of $3 million. We think it's normal. We think it's just something that you do as you move up in leadership, which it is inside of that system, but that's not the case. It has lots of value on the outside as well. So communication, you don't really know that you can be HR, not HR, PR, public relations, if you are really good in communication, that you have strategy, that you could write speeches. You can even write the politician speeches,
Right.
presidential speeches, all of that thing if you have, or you're really good in communication. Operations. When you're operated within the government and you understand how all of it works, you operate systems and compliance, and all of us know how to do project management. If you've been a leader in the government at all, you definitely know how to do project management. Whether you loved it, liked it, hated it, you know how to do project management. You know how to do it well. Policy expert. How many of us really understand regulations, how to use regulations, how to make regulations work, how they talk to each other? All of those things you can come in and be. I'll say an example. You could come in and be on a contract as a policy expert. Everything is sold to the government. You can also, what you just talked about, Chris, training, human resources, workforce development. You can develop training. You
Yeah.
can sell that training. You can get a license for that training. There's so many ways that you can use what you got to create the income that you want, to buy the assets that you want, to create the wealth that you want. See how that works together? It just one using one for the other to create the other, and it's just really doing it in a very strategic way. And I think we get stuck on that. We think we have to go back and get another job or this or that. No, we can strategically use what we have to get to the next thing. So I really want to tell you guys about this room. I'm so super excited about the wealth room. And I see some people in here that are already in the wealth room, and that is so cool. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join us. I see Connie and Chris who are already in the wealth room, and that's so amazing. So let me tell you what this room is. Super excited. It's a curated room for building ownership, income, and long-term wealth, right? And so what we focus on is real estate. It's so dynamic because we have inside of this room, we have first of all two coaches in here that help you get it right. So we have a mindset coach and we have a financial coach, just to make sure you have everything how you want it, or if you want to have conversation with them, you can do so. But they make sure you have the foundation for everything you need for you to be ready to invest, right? And then we have inside of this room, we have curated conversations. We have speakers that we bring in every month that talks about the different type of real estate, commercial real estate. I saw Dr. Mary, you were interested in commercial real estate. We have someone that's actually coming on Thursday that's going to expert in how to use our retirement funds to invest in real estate. We already have lined up for the next month someone that's going to teach us how to use mortgage lending, how to do mortgage lending notes. We have someone that's going to talk about how to purchase farmland, how to do creative financing, how to invest in co-living, how to invest in senior living facilities, and it just multifamily. The list goes on and on and on. But let me tell you, I think the real value that sits in this room. We have 18 of our 20 founding members that we are going to take as our founding members. And already in that founding members are experts in a lot of these areas. And so relationships are being made, relationships are being formed already, and deals are going to be made because guess what? We have a live deal room. Deal rooms, deals that we bring in that are already vetted, that you can decide that whether you want to invest in those particular deals or not. So it is everything that I wished I had when I was growing my $1 million real estate portfolio. We're going to have people that come in and talk about exactly what do you need for tax strategy? What do you need for ensuring that you have a good deal so you don't lose money, etc. We're going to even have a hotel guru come in and talk about how to be a limited partner or general partner in hotels and etc. So, beyond all of the things you get in the room, it is the community and the proximity to wealth and the networking that you're going to get in there with high level women that is unmatched. And it really is a steal what we're allowing these founders to get in for, because we want to make sure that federal women have a jump. We've been through so much in the last year from all the stuff and all the things that happen. And so we just want to make sure that they have a space where they can actually start, a safe space where they can actually start thinking about building their wealth. And I'm going to show you guys inside of the room in just a moment, but I'm really, really interested. How many of you in here think that that would probably be something that you might be interested in? Or what are your questions?
Oh,
You can come off
I
mute, you can throw it in the chat. What's your question?
well, I had a host of questions, Daisy, so I'll go ahead and get started. Maybe you might want me to put them in the chat. But the first one, because I was trying to do some background research on um, managing, schedule and managing our calendar, and then looking into management companies, and then how we structure financial reports, and then the LLC business, the information, and the EIN numbers. How does that work if you have multiple people? Insurance, in terms of does each person have to have individual insurance? You have to have, I know you should have business insurance, but that was just a question on the table. Attorneys, like email bills, real estate notes. Want to
Mm-hmm.
know how we're going to handle, facilities and home issues, how to learn to read, those kinds of reports. And then know the systems, as you have mentioned before,
Mm-hmm.
how they, ebb and flow. List the names of, who actually has access data to study and see how things are, on for this particular quarter or however we're going to do that. What is the data saying, and how, can we improve, our level of ups and downs. Filing, organization, time, what timelines are we going to be on in terms of purchasing agreement, contract agreements, financial
All of
statements.
that's gonna be in there, Miss Chris. We're gonna be bringing in.
I
We're
mean,
gonna be bringing in attorneys. We're gonna be bringing in a
okay,
tax strategist. All of those things are gonna be in.
that's what I said.
We,
I just had a whole lot there.
yes, yes,
Okay,
absolutely,
okay,
yes. So we're definitely we already have some templates in there now. We're definitely gonna be bringing more in there, and that's part of also why we have a financial coach in there. And
oh,
so
good.
we will be bringing all of those things in there that you can feel safe about investing in a deal,
Okay. Now,
whether
will
it's
you
the
also
deals
have,
we have or a deal you find on your own.
oh, that you find on your own?
It could
Also,
be either way.
will we have someone who will be talking about, once you purchase your building, or uh, or land, or whatever you're going to do, like the safety, OSHA, regulations, compliance, and things of that nature. You have someone to talk about those kinds of things as well.
I'm pretty sure the attorney,
Oh,
you may have to get, we may have to get a specific attorney for certain things. So some things may be a referral, but
mhm.
and some things we may be able to bring inside the room.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a lot more, but I'll just save them.
Okay, and I'll be happy to answer. And we can definitely meet, and you and I can go through some of that as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So ladies, we have 18 of our 20 founders, and there are only two slots left. Um, at the price that I have. I would say you don't have to wait to be ready. I'm going to show you what's inside the room. I'm going to show you a little bit more about what's happening inside the wealth room. And then you can claim one of those spots at that time. It's only two spots left. I'm finna tell you the price, and you were like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. It is lifetime for the first 20 women that come in, lifetime. We have 18. It is at $497 lifetime membership. After these two spots, it goes to $997 a year. We are founding it with these 20 members. These 20 members will shape this room. So if you want to be one of those members, you're going to have to click on the link that I give you. But first, I want to show you a little bit about the room so you can have a good idea. Any questions so far before I get in that? Let me see. Let me pull up here. Um, Let me share this with you all. Okay. So this is a little bit more about the wealth room. It's going to tell you this is what you would use actually if you were going to be part of our next 20. But I'm going to tell you guys about what's in the wealth room. So I'm going to play this real quick and let me know if you can hear it. If you can't, let me know. If you're a high achieving professional woman, it's especially one who has built a career in government, military, or leadership, I want to say something that might feel uncomfortable. Your job may have been stable, but your wealth strategy probably isn't. And right now, with everything shifting, layoffs, early retirements, uncertainty, we don't have the luxury anymore of not building wealth on our own terms. That's exactly why I created the Wealth Circle. Not another course, not another information overload space, but a curated room for women who are ready to move from income to ownership, working to investing, earning, to building real wealth through strategic real estate. Inside the Wealth Circle, you're not expected to figure this out alone. You get access to real deal flow conversations, expert sessions with women actually investing and building, a network of women who are serious about ownership, a network of women who are serious about ownership in proximity to opportunities you typically wouldn't see on your own. Now, let me be clear, I'm not here teaching you how to be a real estate expert overnight. I'm creating the room, the access, the connections, so you can move with confidence instead of confusion. Because I know who you are, you've led teams, managed millions, carried responsibility for years. But when it comes to investing, no one ever showed you how to translate that into ownership. That stops here. If you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines and start positioning yourself for real wealth, I want you inside the Wealth Circle, because federal women don't retire. We pivot, we position, and we build. Okay, so let me go here. Let me show you guys. Are you all able to see this classroom? Somebody tell me yes or no in the chat. Are you able to see the classroom?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the wealth circle, and well, I thought I was going to do wealth circle. And here, once you're in here, we have a welcome. Obviously, welcome you into the room. Tells you a little bit about our um, moderators. We have a mindset coach in here. We have a financial coach in here. And then it tells you go into what we're doing, the different type of wealth blueprint. These are all the things you would eventually fill out while you're in here. You'll get your 90-day commitment of what you want to invest in. We get your personal idea of what you want to invest in. And then we record our sessions with our coaches, so you can go back and review them if you have to miss them for any type of reason. We have guest speakers that are coming in. I told you our first one is coming in on this Friday. Granted, ladies, we've only been up for 1 month, and so we are closing out these founding members, and then we're just going to keep going from there. We also have toolkits in here for you already: how to look at a due diligence, how to look at what you need to be ready for a lender, your financial snapshot, different things you can read, prompts, books. I'm going to be working a lot with AI. I have this wonderful tool. Just so you can see a deal, we have a deal here where someone is looking for $20,000 and you could be a private investor and get 12% on your funds that way. We have a second deal in here about senior living facility. So our deal rooms are in here. You'll be able to go through, see which deals you're interested in investing in, talk with women that are in the room, get more information about it. Here we have training resources. And then, of course, we have something that I have kept as a surprise because I've been really working on it is playbooks. I have something that I'm working with to be able to give you a personalized playbooks for being a part of the wealth circle, for what you want to do, what you want to invest in. And so that's a little bit about the wealth circle that's part of my wealth hub. And so in the wealth hub, I also work with women who are working on their business. You can decide if you want to do one or both, but that is inside of the wealth circle. So again, I'm going to go ahead and drop here in the chat the link for the founder's price, which is $497. It's a lifetime link. It's a lifetime membership for founders. We only have 2 slots. When these 2 slots are gone, and then we will be on the yearly. It will be $997 a year for those who join after that. So I see Jerika, Dr. Mary, you're saying you have some questions or you're interested in this type of circle. So please come off mute, ask all your questions.
Hi. Hello.
Hi,
Nice to
Jerika.
meet you. I think it's a great program and everything like that. I don't really have um a lot of questions right now. I'm just kind of just, taking it all in, and everything like that. I think it's definitely, like I said, a great program. As far as financially, I don't know. I'm not in a financial position to, invest right now, but I think it's something that's wonderful. I love the fact that you are covering, every aspect and just helping women build wealth, which is, I think, is very important, and everything like that. So yeah, definitely, I think it's a great program for sure.
Okay. So what would be needed for you to make the financial jump, Jerika?
Um, I first I need because this is my first time on here. I seen it through Eventbrite, and so I was curious because I am, interested in building wealth and everything. I'll be 35 in June, and so that's something that's really really important for me. And so I think that I just need some time to just kind of think things through a bit and everything like that to see, if that's something that I want to, go forth with or whatnot, with investing, because that it's not a small, a small investment in my opinion, for me,
Mhm,
but I'm not
mhm,
saying it's not worth it either, but
mhm.
I'm just not in a position to like just jump in and do it and everything like that, unless somebody just be like, oh, hey, I got you, sister, then that would be great. But other than that, That would be nice. I'm putting it out there. Hey, I'm not opposed to somebody. If God put it, if the good Lord put it on somebody's heart, like, you know what, the good Lord told me to bless you, Sister Jerika. I'm gonna do that. Bless you. That's all I'm saying. So yeah. So,
I think it's wonderful that you're thinking about it at age 35. That's a really good thing. This is
thank
a really
you.
good place to start.
Thank
And
you.
honestly, Jareka, and I'm gonna be honest with you,
Hmm.
you probably will never find this again at $497 for a lifetime membership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the next tier, which is gonna be once these two slots fill, it's gonna be $997 a year.
Yeah.
And it's just going to go up from there as the room get more valuable, as more
Right.
and more people come in it and more people do deals in it. I would say for your lifetime or the lifetime of this program,
Right.
it's probably pennies. It's probably
Right.
pennies. What
Absolutely.
you are able to glean from this, what you're able to say, hey, in 2 years, I got it all. In two
Hmm.
years, I'm gonna use. Are you a federal worker or no?
I'm not. I'm just an entrepreneur. Like my family has a landscaping business, and I've been working in that for some years. And then I have a few properties, just a couple of them that, not really generating anything. One is sitting, one, is generating a little bit of income. So that's just kind of where my life is right now. Still, like, I'm not where I need to be financially and everything like that. So, but yeah. So that's
I
true.
definitely think it could be helpful in you figuring out how you go forward with your properties and how
Okay.
you make those properties work for you versus
Yeah,
working against you. So
absolutely.
it's something to really think about. It'll be open through the night after these two slots fill
Okay.
in, then it'll go to the 997.
Then
Um,
I appreciate that. And then is it just making the full out payment, like right off the, like, just the full amount, or do you have like different payment options, or how does that work?
So I have the link for the founder site, which is
Mm-hmm.
497. And so if you're interested in that one where it's lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
you would have to contact me and I could directly give you the link. Yeah, that
Okay.
particular one would be payments. Now, when you
Hmm.
start doing the annual 997, you could do that one in payments.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But not the last two founder slots. Yeah.
Not the last two founder spots.
hmm
Gotcha.
hmm
Okay. Okay. And you
Because you
said,
would never have to pay again. You would be in and that would be it.
and that would be it.
hmm
Okay. Okay. And excuse me, I kind of came on a little bit after. I was having a difficult time trying to get in, but I wanted to know, and I don't know, you might have answered the question already. How long have you all been in existence for?
We have been in existence for 1 month, and we went
Okay.
from an idea from 0 to 18 in 1 month. And
Okay.
I said I was only going to do 20
Mhm.
founders into the real estate into this, but and we got to 18 literally probably in 3 weeks, and we just haven't gotten these last two filled, and after that we're gonna go to regular membership.
Okay.
And I'll go back a little bit,
Mhm.
where you could see a little bit more about me. You probably didn't come in
Okay.
this far. So this is a little bit more about me. So during COVID, I grew my portfolio from 0 to $1 million. Um,
Amen.
and then I have also invested in a hotel. I've also invested in a
Mhm.
real estate tech startup and also in a fund. And then I just had a brunch because we are starting a real estate fund for military and veterans, me
Wow.
and my partner. So I have been around, and this room is shaping up to all the people who've been in my world, in my proximity, to help me grow, and I'm just bringing them to everyone I know.
That's phenomenal. Wow. Well, it's
Mhm.
such an honor and a pleasure to just be on the virtual room with you. And I look forward to, yeah, looking forward to one day like meeting you in person and everything like that. But I appreciate the opportunity. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure for sure. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. And
Yeah.
if you're not able to come in as a founder, definitely we'll be around. We will
Okay.
definitely be around for you to be able to come in as a regular member.
Okay. I
That way.
appreciate that. Thank
You're
you
so
so much.
welcome. And if you want to you change your mind and you want to do it before tomorrow, just email me and
Okay.
I'll send you the link for you to
Okay.
be able to do that.
Is your email where's let me see. Is it on the ticket or let me see. I'm sorry.
It probably is, but let me drop it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And and Michelle, do you have any questions? So here you
Okay.
go, Jerica.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Michelle, you have any questions? Anyone else? Like I said, we'll once we close out these two slots, Connie, Chris, anyone else with any questions? Once we close out these two slots, we will move into our regular membership at $9.97. But I would love any of you to come in and be our last two founders,
Okay.
and you can have the opportunity to help shape the room.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, ladies, if there's no more questions, I really appreciate you joining in. If you know anyone who you feel like would be a good fit, please send them my way, and I will be happy to chat with them. Um, in particular, while we get rid of get these two last founding slots filled, and after that, I promise you. People are gonna wish they got those too.
Yeah, I believe you for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you bring a lot, you're bringing a lot of value, so it's yeah, totally. I'm with you on that.
Oh, and you can check out some of my work with
Okay.
Davon Reeves and A to Asset podcast as well.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. You said what was the podcast is called?
A to Assets.
Oh, A to S's. Okay, yep, I see it right here. I'm a screenshot.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then
Great.
this is with Davon Reeves.
Oh, wonderful.
Hmm. Who are some
Phenomenal.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, because I'm not happy with the financial situation like where I'm at right now. So and I've been talking to God about it. I'm like, Lord, like I the best birthday gift would be for me to be better, well off, more better than I am right now. Like not to be in a position that I am. So give me the instructions and all of that. So
Mhm.
definitely.
Well, I have your information, and I'll definitely chat with you, Jerika, and see where I
Okay.
can be helpful.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes, no worries. Hi, Michelle. Any questions for you, or we will end tonight. And I appreciate everyone for coming out and listening. And let me know. Reply back to the email if you have any questions.
All right. Thank you. God
All right.
bless
Thank you,
you.
ladies. God bless you too.
Thank
And
you,
Thank
good night.
you.
Daisy. God bless you.
Thank you. Good night, ladies.
Good night.